guys, this is Wenzes. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about personal development. And today I want to talk about a question I get asked a lot, which is I have such a connection with this one person and we never seem to get together. That person seems to be intimidated by me, or my energy is too strong. No matter what I do, I feel that we have a connection. I feel that I understand that person and that person understands me, but we never seem to actually make it happen. See, one of the main reasons why this happens to us, and it's funny how it kind of seems to be always the same thing, and if you dig deeper, you'll realize it, which is you've been actually doing everything you can to connect with that person on that person's terms. You've actually made it as easy as possible for the other person. You see who they are, you trigger them in a way that you kind of understand what they're about. So for example, once you really meet for the first time, you challenge them. You want to find what they're about. You want to trigger them so you see when do they get mad, when do they react, so you have a picture of who they are. See, we kind of think like, oh, I can create this perfect picture of this person as in a way of, I understand this person. I have the gift to really realize who that person is, what they need, and I'm gonna give them the missing piece. A lot of INFJs do that, and we have this capacity of actually finding out so much about that person. But we should never forget that we always see it through our lens. And this is something we neglect all the time. We feel like, well, INFJs understand everybody so well, we're so good with people, and I can tell that I understand that person. I actually know what they suffer from. I know what their block is. I know what they're afraid of. I could hurt them if I wanted to. But of course I don't want to. I want to save that person. I want that person to feel happy, and I want that person to understand that I will save them. But this is where it gets tricky. That person has no idea who you are. So all the connections you've made, you're making them on that person's turf. You're making it as easy as possible for that person. So you never know if you would actually be able to have a connection with that person. Because a real connection that would lead to a relationship would be where you meet on equal grounds. So that person knows as much about you as you know about that other person. You meet halfway. That person wants to know you. They want to benefit from you, from your energy, from who you are. They want to see something in you that will make them be a better person. But all you're doing is just making them feel like, yeah, you're great right now. Everything is great. Because I can see who you are. I can see your potential. I know what you're capable of. And I'm just going to show you everything that you want out of your life without you actually doing something about it. So let's say you meet somebody and you feel like that they think they're never seen. So what are you going to do? You're going to make them feel seen. And you're going to make them feel seen although that person doesn't do anything for it. You're just like, oh, I see you, I see you, I see you so much. But that person hasn't changed. They know that nobody else sees them but you. And you have the hope because of that, they will see how valuable you are to their life. But actually, they're being seen without them having to do anything for it, without them having to actually be vulnerable, without them actually having to risk their emotions, being vulnerable, and connecting with you on your terms as well. Because what does that person know about you? It's so hard for other people to connect with us. We don't even know who we are. And if we don't show that, we always go into other people's turf, into their environment, into their way of thinking, and we want to connect with them there. So first off, they get what they need right away. They don't see that it's coming from you. They just feel fulfilled, but they don't know why. They don't know it's because of you. And most of the time, they even get upset. Like, how often have you been in a situation where you felt, I'm having a connection with that person. We actually understood each other so well, and now that person is really mad at me. Well, most of the time, it's because they know that you're lying. If you have a person with you with low self-esteem, for example, and they try to overcompensate in order to feel strong, and then you come into their life and you're like, oh, you're the greatest thing I've ever seen. You're the greatest thing I've ever seen. Then they will not believe you. They will see that it's a made-up story, and they know that there's a dependency on it. It's like your happiness depends on them seeing you, on them appreciating you. They can tell that you're trying to connect with them on their terms. It's really that evident. And if you try to do that, you'll never ever get what you want, which is to have a relationship on equal grounds where you both respect each other, where you value your boundaries, and so on. See, we go through life and we have this understanding of, well, people should know what I want. Yeah, sort of, if you think about it that like broadly, but every person needs something else. And that person has no idea who you are. Because all you do is try to be that missing puzzle piece in their theme, in their puzzle, in their movie. So how in the world are they going to fight for something? People get happy when they know that they're self-sufficient and that they are in control of their own happiness. They don't want to be dependent on your mood and what you get from them. And on top of everything, they don't even know what to give you for that exchange of making them feel good. See, it's this vicious circle, and so many INFJs get into this, and I can only repeat myself. You have to get out of it. You really have to change your whole relationship dynamics, and you have to do that by showing that person who you are. If you feel you're stronger than that person, then show that to them. That does not mean that you go up to them and say, listen, I think you're weak and I'm strong. It means that you fight for yourself, that you show them how much you value your own life and that you want to make something out of your life, and that you're not afraid that you making something out of your life will make them feel bad about their life and they will not want to be around you anymore, because then they realize, well, actually that mirrors back to me that my life really sucks. See, that's what we're mostly afraid of, that they will see that we love ourselves, that we, for example, are strong and they're not. When we try to trigger people, we find something out about them. And the things we find out about them are lack beliefs that we don't have. If we had them too, we wouldn't see them. We're not aware of them. So in order for that person to overcome their lack beliefs and to be at a point where they could actually connect with you on an equal level, you have to show them how you deal with those lack beliefs that they have, how you have overcome them or how you handle them. You have to show them what you can do out of your life and not be afraid that once they see that, they will look the other way because they don't want to see the truth of what is hurting them. Yes, that might happen. It might happen very well. But when this happens, you realize, well, those are not the people for me. You're not supposed to make yourself smaller in order to live on the level of the lack beliefs of other people. You're actually supposed to be as big as you can be and to go for things that will actually challenge your own lack beliefs, and then connect with people through that, through your own reality, through who you really are. Because you have to be yourself, that person has to be themselves, and then you find a compromise. But as long as you really try to connect with people on their terms in their life, it'll never be an authentic connection. It'll always be full of dependencies, and it will always take place in other people's lives. You have to build your life and then connect with people on that. And then you'll see how all your relationships will change, and how you will never feel like, oh, I have such a great connection with that person, but nothing actually happens. You have a connection because you make yourself small, because you make yourself into this puzzle piece that can fit into their puzzle, into their movie, whatever it is. But that does not mean that they actually see you, that they connect with you on your level. So don't be afraid that they won't be able to connect with you on that level. Yes, probably the people in your life right now won't be able to. Once you dare to do it, once you dare to actually bring that part of you out, you'll see how many other people will actually see you for who you really are and would want to connect with you on that level. I hope that helped you. Let me know in the comments if it did. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit the bell. And if you're interested in me helping you with your relationship and your life journey, check out the link in the description for one-on-one coaching. I wish you a great day, guys, and I talk to you next time. Bye.